morning. Has everyone picked up a welcome packet at the table back there? They should have name tags and an entire folder filled with materials that you're going to need for the day. If not, please go ahead and grab one. And then when you're sitting at your tables, I just have one request, that you not fill your table with people you're really comfortable communicating with. I don't care if a couple of you stay together, but bring in some new minds, some people that you don't know quite as well. Okay. And then, I'm going to jump back real quick. So let me introduce myself. And my name is Susan Waters, and I am almost completed all the requirements for a Master's of Arts in Education degree. Many of my courses have components of effective communication, as well as I've attended some seminars on that topic. And I'd like to share some of that knowledge and skills with you today. Improving your ability to effectively communicate will benefit every relationship you have. Okay? It's important to have these skills to ensure that you're getting your message or your point of view across in a way that the receiver can accurately, or as you intended, understand and comprehend that message without different feelings and beliefs getting in the way and causing some barriers to that message. There are many, many barriers or things that can interrupt the communication process from sender to receiver. This training will provide you with new knowledge and skills that will help you improve how to deliver and receive messages. During the day, we'll use a variety of activities to kind of help you reinforce these skills. And I have a huge request of each of you today, and that is to be willing to participate in the activities and discussions today. I understand that talking in a group setting or group projects or public speaking is probably not on any of your enjoyment lists, but we can all have the opportunity to learn from each other, and the more you share, the more of an opportunity we have to learn from different points of view and perspectives of things. Goodness, I am so sorry. So does anyone have any questions yet about me or the topic of the day? Okay, so I'm going to back up one slide and just tell you that the topic training title today is Effective Communication, and think, listen, and feel. This material will ask you to go beyond just your ability to speak, but also employ some of those listening skills. Learning how to be an empathetic listener instead of just getting defensive and thinking how you're going to prove your point to someone. You will understand or learn to understand and appreciate the perspective of others and build strengths together. Recognizing nonverbal cues that will create barriers to the reception. If I'm standing up here grumbling with a frown on my face, my arms crossed, rolling my eyes, turning my back to you, like I don't care if you're receiving my messages, you're just going to do it my way. All of these things, these nonverbal cues, will affect your ability or desire even to listen to me. So the training will provide you with many tools available at your disposal on how to effectively communicate or how to be a more effective communicator. This information is pertinent for every AEP employee. We all have relationships, personal, professional, people that we need to communicate with, coworkers, customers, supervisors, employees, sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers, children, other parents, teachers. You know, I don't know all of your roles that you have, but you interact with people every day. Chances are, not every relationship you have has had effective communication. So I'd like you each to think of a time when you felt defensive as someone spoke to you. It doesn't matter if it's personal or professional or how you feel about that person, but just that one person who, no matter what they say, it just rubs you the wrong way and you feel the need to defend yourself. Now I want you to think about what made you feel that way. What could they do or how could they act differently? What could you do? What could you change in that? Can you change anything of your reception? Could you try to understand them a little more? Just think, you don't have to share, no one has to share just yet. But I want you to think about these things, at least one instance. And then I'm going to turn the tide and think of a time that you were speaking to someone and they acted defensive to the message that you were trying to deliver. What could you have done differently? What are the reasons that you feel that they acted in that way? Okay, how could you have prevented it? And then I want you to think about, in every defensive situation, be it you as a sender or the receiver or the person you're interacting with, if they were the defensive one, how did that impact your relationship? Does it affect everything you do in the future? Chances are it probably does. So throughout the day, I want you to continue to think of personal examples. They could be from your actual personal life or your professional life, but some type of communication that you can relate to throughout the day. I want you to use these two as an example. I want you to think of new ones, various just interactions that you've had with people, and we're talking about different things. Use all of these references because we each, all of us, every one of us has the ability to become a more effective communicator. Okay? These improvements will enrich our relationships. Okay? They will make it better. You being able to understand the perspective of others and effectively get your perspective across, it will build mutual trust, understanding, and respect. Okay? So, overview of the day, just some basic objectives course schedule. We're all going to learn how to recognize the basic communication components. Understanding there's a sender, a receiver, a message, barriers, different parts of communication. Being an empathetic and active listener. Providing that feedback, okay? Evaluating nonverbal communication. Recognizing it, saying, oh, if she wouldn't cross her arms like that, I would be able to approach her more easily, or if I'm stamping my foot, tapping my foot, it's probably distracting from my message. All of these little things that can cause huge barriers in communication. And then we will practice on how to deliver messages that promote clear and productive communication. And then we'll learn that we need to lead by example and motivate and influence others to employ these same habits. There's a course schedule in each of your packets that's kind of broken down probably by topic and time, so you'll see where the breaks are. Feel free to help yourselves to refreshments at any time. Does anyone have any comments, questions, concerns before we continue? Excuse me again. Then we're going to start our first activity, which is an icebreaker. Okay, if everyone could please get out your folder and find 2 sheets of blank paper and a writing utensil, please.